Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my Taurus June 2019 horoscope forecast, part 2 of 2. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Anyway, people, first thing off is as far as June goes, Venus will be in Gemini from the 1st until, from the 9th until the 30th. So the second house is what will be emphasized and highlighted at this time. Taurus, if you're unattached, you may connect with the Gemini Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or one that embodies those characteristics. It could be at the place where you generate money. It could be somebody that figures prominently in your self-worth, your self-esteem, how you feel about yourself. You might spend and you might be doing a lot of fast buying and selling at this time as well. And also, this is a time where you might value versatility and a lot of quickness, a lot of variety in terms of generating income, and even multitasking at the place where you make money, perhaps, and also valuing perhaps the variety in those possessions as well, and your resources. Maybe it's a time where you buy a diversified portfolio, but I'm just being flippant and joking, of course. So anyway, well, next thing up is Mars will be in Cancer, so the third house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, this could be something where you might find yourself becoming angry and brooding over past hurts at this time, perhaps with siblings, with cousins, neighbors, maybe some lamenting over this. Could also be about manifesting having a very abundance and surfeit of physical and mental energy at this time as well. Now, contentious and acrimonious situations with family members might affect your rational thinking more so than usual, and your communications in general. Now, this could also be about taking action in safety and security in your neighborhood as well, and also things with your local transportation, such as your car. It might be a time, if you haven't done so yet, Taurus, where you might get some kind of electronic alarm system for your vehicle, and also protection in your neighborhood as well. So, and maybe for your neighbors, this could be something too where you might, this could be fights, maybe over, it could be becoming oversensitive over fights connected with maybe with in past hurts associated with neighbors, with cousins, siblings, and even people perhaps from your early education as well. If you're unattached at this time, Taurus, you may connect with a Cancer Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or one that simply embodies Cancerian traits, and it might be for the sexual liaison. It could be somebody in your neighborhood, someone you know through short journeys, and even someone you knew from your early education. Next thing up, Jupiter will still be in Sagittarius, so the 8th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted at this time. Well, in some cases, this could mean, as I've talked about previously, Jupiter can be rather paradoxical. It could be very strongly benign and benevolent, but could also have a tendency to enlarge and expand. In some cases, this could expand and enlarge. It could be over exuberance, enthusiasm, over optimism, even recklessness, perhaps in sexual matters. It could be matters with a sexual partner, someone you're in an intimate relationship with. At the same time, this could be very lucky and fortuitous for making some kind of religious transformation, or perhaps just being more outdoors through athletics, or something connected with sports at this time as well. And also could be very fortuitous for a very large and very benevolent emotional, moral, and monetary support. It could be about very positive for leaving a very jovial legacy at this time, and also just help and assistance from others in general, and perhaps extricating yourself from debt in some cases as well. And it could also be very good for a very large inheritance at this time as well, especially if this is making, say, a positive aspect, a sextile or trine to your natal Venus at this time, or even so I mean, those are some things to look at. Or if it's hitting your part of fortune, something, or even sextile or trine that. So anyway, Next thing up, Saturn will still be in Capricorn, so the ninth house is what will be emphasized and highlighted at this time. Well, this could be a time where you might be dealing with some restrictions and limitations connected perhaps with in-laws, grandchildren. You might find yourself taking care of a sickly or debilitated in-law or grandchild, or someone you know at maybe at a religious congregation. It could be something connected, and it might be, this might be somebody that's very debilitated or sickly. It might be something connected with the knees, the bones, the joints. It may be making you feel somewhat despondent and melancholy. And also, this could be about gaining structure and discipline in higher education and religious matters as well, and also about serious responsibility, perhaps to maybe something pertaining to the law if you're facing legal issues now. At this time as well, another way this may manifest, older people might figure more prominently in your philosophical outlook, in your higher education, maybe in foreign travel perhaps, and also laborious. It could also be about taking some kind of, maybe doing something Saturn related that's associated with publishing. It could be something connected with the government or business, or something associated with management, anything that could be Saturn related at this time. So anyway, next thing up, Uranus will be in Taurus, so the first house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now at this time, this could be about adopting a very unique or unorthodox look. This could be about Taurus friendships that might, from your early childhood at this time, you might reconnect with them. It could be Taurus Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Taurus characteristics. It could be about manifesting Uranus type new beginnings, such as something with astrology or aerospace, astronomy, even rocket science, computers, electronics. You might be dealing with more unusual, stubborn, and obstinate behavior, perhaps from a grandmother, someone you knew from your early childhood, perhaps. But also be careful with the physical body, especially if this is actually hitting the first house in your natal chart. There might be a greater propensity for electric shock, and at this time as well, you might be dealing with some unusual type throat or neck situations as well at this time, and even in some cases lightning. You need to be more careful at this time. If you're in an area that has a greater propensity for lightning and thunderstorms and things of that nature, be extra careful and prudent at this time as well, Taurus. So anyway, well, Neptune will still be in Pisces, so the 11th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. At this time, this could be about the dissipation and dissolving of goals, your aspirations, even friends at this time. I'm actually having this transit in my chart. My friends are leaving me left and right. It's at a point where I hardly have anybody in my life right now. I mean, this could really knock you for a loop in terms of your friendships at this time, Taurus. This could also be about dealing with delusion and deception in matters with friends, acquaintances, dealing with false prophets and mediums that might impact your future or misguide you. But on the positive side, you might find yourself in some kind of Neptune group, club, or organization at this time, doing something connected with spirituality, the metaphysical, dancing, poetry, chemistry, anything Neptune related at this time. But also guard against deception, perhaps say from the internet and social media. It could be something where you're dealing perhaps with something very such as, like a sextortion scam or something of that nature, something that could be some kind of deception through the social media or social networking. And anyway, and also it might be, you might have more difficulty at this. Your future might be somewhat nebulous and unclear at this time as well. Now, last but not least, Pluto will be in Capricorn still, so the 9th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, this might manifest in some kind of covert or government work overseas. I know a lot of you don't want me to say the dreaded D word, but I'm going to anyway. This could be about the of the actual literal death in some cases of an in-law or a grandchild, someone you know at some religious or college, university. Hold on a moment, people. Also guard against, at this time, this could be about doing something connected with maybe making a transformation through your religion, your philosophy at this time. And also you might find yourself doing something Plutonian-like as far as higher education, such as something with insurance, astrology, the occult, supernatural, learning to be a surgeon, something with forensics or nuclear physics at this time as well, or even something publishing that could be Pluto related. So, and you might be dealing with more power struggles with in-laws and grandchildren more so than usual. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for my Taurus June 2019 horoscope forecast part 2 of 2. Stay tuned next time where I'll be giving you my Gemini June 2019 horoscope forecast part 1 of 2. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone. Because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Till next time, people, stay well.